Hey fam, hey friends, my family, my people till the end of time. Your girl is back. Nkechi Ejikeume on Who Cares to Care. How are we today? How are we faring? This week with this fringe. Yeah, okay. Good to be back as usual. Thanks a billion times for the outpour of love, comments on my DM, phone, my WhatsApp. I'm just grateful. To be honest, you see, this is the first time I'm saying a bit about myself. I'm very careful about what I say. Even in the episodes I'm running about myself, I'm still, like I told you, I'm still being careful because I have children and they're growing. And how they feel is important to me. So, as much as I will bring you the totality of it, the way it is, as much as it is possible, but again, leaving some room for respect for my children, because my ex is still their dad and will remain. And I have done my best. I did a lot of work to make sure they have a good relationship. He has a good relationship with his children, while I remain civil with him, period. Okay, we move on. So it is still about me. While we try to learn one or two things. You see, one thing that happened in my relationship that really affected it was in-laws. In my own relationship, in-laws. I can hear you say it's common. No, I will tell you why it's not common, because I heard you. In-laws is common now. It's not. It is not common when the man of the house does not define things. Again, I'm back. Oh. Because there are things you will see before wine carrying. There are things you will see during wedding, because that's when they come with their rubbish. There are things you will see and you will say, after now, when we finish getting married, these things will change. No, it won't. If the man does not put his foot down and define places, there will always be a problem. There's a place for the family and there's a place for a wife. And when I was coming into that family, as far as they are concerned, I don't know the problem they had. They had a problem before I came. That is why you should marry somebody on a par with you, on the same level with you, mentally and otherwise. It is important. And also of the same class. I will not mince words about it, because I was told korokoro that my father is a big man, this, that, and the other. And in my place, they said, do not take your father, do not carry your father's aura or personality or wealth to your husband's home. So you now come from a family of royalty and you come and marry one human being. Already there's a problem. And it depends on the family too, because some people, even if you're coming from wherever, they just accept you the way you are. I'm talking about my own personal now. Remember where we at. You understand? Their brother was a breadwinner. And I landed. 13 of them in the family. And 10 alive. I landed. So as far as they are concerned, I was coming to finish their brother's money, I became a threat. Meanwhile, Olokomi, sorry for that. See me. Okay, so that went on. The man I married could not define things properly. You can't be dancing here and dancing there. This is a wife. As much as you, my family, I love you, and you people are going nowhere. You people are my family. But this is my wife. This is her place. He didn't do that. The ex, which is why he's my ex today, did not do that. Just be tiptoeing around things, tiptoeing around problems because you don't want to offend your family. Who bears the brunt of your rubbish? Amy. I tried though. I tried. If I bring you details, you will shudder with disbelief. I tried, but like I said, respect for my children. And it was 11 years gap. Back to our main point, ab initio, don't forget, teenage marriage. Teenage marriage, things not being properly defined. 11 years, the age disparity, the age gap alone was a total problem. They are talking A, he's talking Kwe. Say you want to marry who? So as I'm speaking to you from my experience. So these people and their shenanigan and their rubbish, everything. But I tried. I must tell you, I tried with the help of my parents trying to say, manage. I will tell you a story and I close with this. A couple of years back, I took my daughter to America. We went to a couple of places, Houston, Miami, California. Arkansas. I just took my daughter, my only daughter. Let me take her around. So, my sister-in-law lives in Washington, to be precise. And when she heard we were in the country, she called and said, can she come and see us, this, that, and the other? I said, oh, you're fine. And she came round and we saw, came with her husband and her children. It was good to have her. Now she's married to her own husband, and she is the last of the last 3 girls. Remember, there are 10 alive up until I speak to you. So the last 3 girls, those ones were the mess in the family. Let them come and carry me. Let me see. I tell them when I was even with them, let alone now. Then their big sisters will be wherever they are trying to command you. We are still talking about in-laws. Anyway, I told you I will save you the details. It was just too much. So fine. And when she came to see us, she said, can we visit them? This one, can my daughter come for a weekend and all that? I said, my daughter, weekend, okay. Hey, I don't know. My daughter, I was stuck in between. I didn't want to hurt her. I said, what do you want? She said she wants to go to Auntie Zamaka's house. Mom, please, will I come with her? This, that, and the other. I said, okay. For my daughter's sake. I went. So, we slept over. They live in a big house. Her husband is doing well. So, the next morning, on the breakfast table, that's where my gist is going. She started again. You know, over the years, they'll be begging you, come back, story. Come back as if things is going to change. Well, so cutting long story short, she started begging me again. These are the people, the last of the 3 that saddled cancer in this marriage, my marriage, and made sure they killed it. But when she was begging me that she went to Nigeria, went to where I used to live with my ex, she was telling them, is this where people want Nkechi to come back, this type of place, blah, 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 blah. As she was begging me, trying to preach to me to please come back to them, her husband kept quiet. When she finished her rubbish, this is true life story, her husband said to her, I want to say something. It's unfortunate that it's a bit late, but it's up to Nkechi. There was something I did for you. Uzamaka is her name, that Nkechi did not have during her time. But she didn't have her husband's support and backing. Because, for example, remember the day all my family, because it's equally a large family, and she made a comment. My former sister-in-law made a comment that now she's married and she has seen what marrying in a big family, how it feels. The husband said yes. That time, both my mother and my sisters, everybody wanted to choke you. They were just, I made it clear. Remember the day I called that family meeting? I slammed my hand on the table as man of the house. I said, she is the wife and she's in charge. She is the queen. Give her no trouble. It was like the heaven was going to come down. But the heaven didn't come down. But that defined things. Everybody gave you your space to breathe. Nkechi, your brother did not give her that. That was part of what killed her marriage. And that was the end. That meeting ended exactly the way I wanted to end it. I wanted it to end. Thank God for that man that said the truth with his mouth. And don't ask me where is the place of forgiveness. Because there are a lot of things as well that I will never bring to this YouTube channel. But people that are very close to me, they know those details. Again, our time is up. We are getting there gradually. On Who Cares to Care Your Girl till the end of time. Nkechi Ejikeume. If you are seeing my face for the first time, my name is Nkechi Ejikeume. Like, share my video, and subscribe. Thank you and remain blessed. See you next week. Bye.